Hey guys, so as I said, I wasn't gonna do more than one a week, but I really wanted to get into the topic to round off this week, really, because it is a really good topic. Myths covers history, but human history, animal history, all of it. It covers so much, and it's such a good topic. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about it. But that's also because I've studied history for 2 years and modern history for 5 years, and I know how myths have come off from that. So I tried a pre-recorded attempt while the channel intro was uploading for the Giants Causeway, and it didn't really work, mainly because I hadn't gathered everything I needed to on it, which is why I gave myself a week so I could gather up everything, so I could maybe have notes, pictures, stuff that maybe instead of just me talking to you guys, I could hold up to show you. So let's get straight into it. So the Giants Causeway. I know I said I tried to do this once and it didn't work, but now I've gotten better versed on it. I wanted to get it out now before it goes from my head again. So, Giant's Causeway. So, basically, alright, so the general gist of it is guy called Finn McCool from Ireland. Still a great name, by the way. It's just, I mean, come on. There has been no character, except from in subtext, who has had a name that ends in McCool. Across anything, really. So, as I said, long and short of it is, Finn McCool, supposed giant, gets challenged by another giant from Scotland called Benadonna. As I said, please forgive my mispronunciation of these names. If obviously as I get more versed, I will end up writing them down, and then I'll probably end up misreading my handwriting, and then I'll say completely wrong. But even if I don't, I'll say completely wrong anyway because I am not that great at English anyway. So me trying to pronounce ancient Gaelic is not going to be great. Anyway, as I said, Finn McCool builds the Giant's Causeway, which is like hexagonal formations basically along the coast of Northern Ireland. And then he gets challenged to a fight by Benador, which is when he actually builds the Giant's Causeway. But there's one thing that links the two together, and that is there's a cave in Scotland called Fengo's Cave that's like it's like a small river, like sea. It's like a sea cave basically, but it's got like crystalline. I think it's got crystalline structures in it that stretch that supposedly stretch from the legends all the way to Ireland. Um, and we've kind of seen evidence of this actually in modern times because there was a news reporter way back when I can't remember the year that was doing a report and he was recording on Giant's Causeway and a, one of the rocks, one of the normal rocks, not the hexagonal ones, lifted up and then slammed back down. And everyone was looking around like, wait, what? What was that? And apparently, what that's supposed to suggest is that the local giant, I'm gonna assume it's Finn McCool still, went back home because I think this has been more ramped up by modern pop culture, but supposedly it has a portal in it that leads to a magic portal in it that leads to his dimension, apparently something like that. I'm not too sure. I remember reading something like that, but I could be very wrong. But I just remembered it popped in my head, so I'm just giving you guys the information. So, as I said, Fangirl's Cave as well is quite large. It's either, depending on what you read, it's either 22 to about, I think it's 45 feet tall, or 100 and something to like 279, I think it is, feet tall. Alright, now just to give you a size comparison for that, how big that is on the larger scale, um, the Empire State Building is 1,250 meters tall. Just to give you guys like a comparison, the Empire State Building is that. If Finn McCool was that big, he'd come up to a fifth of the Empire State Building. How insane is that? A fifth of the Empire State Building. That's nuts. Anyway, so it's probably more believable that the cave is probably the 22 to 45, I think it was, feet tall. As that'll probably be more sustainable in a humanoid or human-like body form structure. So as I said, it had the link. So apparently the cave links the two, but the only way we'd know that for sure is if we could go straight through Fingal's cave, safely, obviously, straight through, and then see where it ends. If there was a way we could track our location through the ground, which is one of the reasons why the Devil's Portal, I think it is I think it's in America. We haven't been able to track, but not the point. So, as I said, just see, I know as I said as well, I know that I wasn't gonna go into myths and legends outside the UK and Southern Ireland, but I felt like I should give mention to this because I feel like it's important to it, and it may actually give some validity to the possibility of there being giants. I know that sounds crazy, but just bear with me. So, a few years ago, I can't remember how long ago it was, to be honest, I found an interesting news video. It said that basically, I think the title said something along the lines of giant in Afghanistan. I was like, oh, okay, ooh, okay, and this is America, so, I think it was around the Dodgy time as well, but I was like, okay, sure, I'll watch it. So, I watched it, and it's stuck in my head, and, well, apparently, obviously it's stuck in my head, but when I was doing the first attempt at this, I thought back to it, and I thought, hang on, this could actually prove something. So, the story was, there was, and I think it was a general patrol, general American patrol going through Afghanistan. Like, I think it was out in the, out from a city in a base. I can't remember how far out, but I think it was far out. That just vanished, just poof, disappeared. No one knew what happened. Couldn't get in contact with them. So they sent out a search party. Search party went out, found them. I think it was quite close to a cave, and they'd been, killed quite badly. And then apparently out came this guy, this huge guy, who was apparently 10 feet tall. 10 feet tall! That's insane! The tallest person to according to Google, when I just did this the first time, to ever live is a guy called something Waldock, I think, who was Wadlock. That's it, Wadlock. Who was apparently 8 feet 11 inches. The guy was a whole 2 foot 11 inches higher than him. So anyway, the Americans found him, and obviously killed him when he showed himself as a threat. Yeah, they reported it and stuff, and then obviously news found it. But I just wanted to give special mention to that because, as I said, the guy was 10 feet tall. Just picture in your minds, 10 feet tall. And then the tallest guy in the world, 8 foot 11 inches. Just think about that, alright? Now think back to what I said about the cave. Cave was 22 to 45 feet tall. If it's possible that there's someone, not even that long ago, basically, who stood 10 foot tall, could it be possible then that around 250 AD, Finn McCool stood at 22 to 45 feet tall? Think about it. We've had proof from all across the world of giant humanoid skeletons, humanoid like us, but bigger, more dense. So, and then we've got this story of the giant from Afghanistan. It could be possible that giants not only existed, but lived with us. Obviously, now we could probably narrow it down to a genetic mutation or some form of DNA inheritance from farther down a family tree. But still, just think about it. The possibility that there were people that big but living like us. It's mad. It's mad. And then obviously, because it's bewilderment and just sheer disbelief from us, we make legends about them. We make them cool. I mean, how cool is that? He could have actually existed at that height, or maybe slightly shorter. But we took it. We took it and we made it ours. How cool is that? So, yeah, I mean, as I said before, I do have, I will have better preparation. I do also have a nice big book. I do also have, as I've nicknamed it before, the Blue Beast. But as I said, I wanted this to be the first video, mainly because so I could keep talking directly to you guys, but also because it is a really good topic. Especially, it's such a good first one as well. I know I probably could have started deep into the Arthurian mythos, but that one's a whole different kettle of fish, I think is the saying. But yeah, just going back to what I was originally on about, just think about it. Think about the idea, the possibility that there could have been men like giants, or actual giants, existing with us. How insane is that? And not even that, but basically right next door. Right next door. Either up north or across a small bit of the water. Just that close. It's mad. Not only that, but he built basically something that basically takes up, I think it's like half of the northern coast of Northern Ireland. It's insane. It's probably what was part of his myth that inspired loyalty in his soldiers. It's probably his size probably made him think he was maybe I don't know, maybe some form of messenger or something. Maybe a blessing that they'd be alright and that they'd be protected. But also, actually, as well, thinking back to Giant's Causeway, how he does that is quite interesting, because we know that animals, even us, we find some way to mark what's ours. Our homes, for example, we decorate them. We make them ours. We show that we've chosen this place, that we've made it ours by decoration. Animals like wolves do it through scent, through peeing on the territory markers to show that it's theirs. If you want to go further afield than that, supposedly Bigfoot makes structures out of torn up trees. Whole different topic for a different day, different week, but I just wanted to give you that. So now think back to Finn McCool and the Afghanistan giant I mentioned. Both had territory. Finn McCool had Ireland. The Afghan giant had Afghanistan. The Afghan giant defended his territory. So did Finn McCool. Finn McCool showed the animal thing of marking his territory by building the Giant's Causeway. So it is possible that not only did giants exist, but they could have also had a part of the animal tribe that they couldn't get rid of. Like, obviously we're obviously animals, but we've evolved past that. We've evolved past our base desires, our base drives, our base instincts, you know, to do basically whatever the hell we wanted. We made laws. We've grown now. We don't have as strong animal instincts as we did back when we were primates. But if he's maybe because his body was so maybe if he was, I don't know, this big dude, you know, maybe past 10 foot, maybe even past 20 foot. Maybe his body was so focused on preservation and growth to keep him strong, to keep him big. Maybe it took more energy for that rather than helping him evolve to become more human. But as I said, unfortunately, I haven't found a lot to go on. It just said that he built the Giant's Causeway, that he was challenged, or that he might have been, or that he might have been a dude with a band of loyal soldiers as a general in Ireland in 250 AD. But, you know, I guess we'll never know. I guess that's for us to find out. I guess for us to find out at some point. So that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this first proper myth video. I hope you've also enjoyed thinking about the possibility towards the end of it that there could have actually been proper giants living with us, among us, in the olden times. And who knows, maybe Fingal's Cave does connect to Ireland. Maybe it connects to a different part of Ireland. Maybe that weird thing that I heard about the Giant's Causeway is true. Maybe the rock does lead to a magic portal that takes us to his realm. Who knows? Who knows? So that's it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tour through the legends of Giant's Causeway and Finn McCool. I have been your myth tour guide, Alex, and remember to like and subscribe to this video. As said in the channel intro, if you want to leave suggestions for stuff for me to explore in a future video, leave it down there. But as I said, at the minute, try and confine it to the UK and Ireland for now. Just that for now, and then, as I said, maybe, who knows, maybe 10 episodes in, I'll branch out to Europe and I'll keep building it out like that. But for now, I've been Alex. I've been your tour guide through the legends of Giant's Causeway and Finn McCool, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Till the next video.